The Mike's muted. What is the story, Khalil? Your Bambata story. Because you told it, but nobody ever heard you until I interviewed you and you wrote your article on me about how I was correcting the narrative. Is that not the narrative? Is that not our narrative, mine and your narrative? Yes or no? I bet you Layla Wilson, Troy Star Terrain, and your handler's gonna tell you, you better shut the you know what up before we do something to you. Cause you're scared and afraid of them. Is that not your narrative? Anybody that watch YouTube knows that you won't say SHIT about Troy Star Terrain or Layla Wills. You gonna say you have no reason why, but Troy Star Terrain came out here and lied, said he was the first person, and that was a lie because you're the first person, yes or no? Or you afraid of Troy Star Terrain to the point where you won't say you the first person no more? He didn't punk you that bad. He did worse than Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He took your manhood out here in these YouTube streets, yes or no? I know you're gonna say, oh, you trying to threaten my manhood and this and that. You's a BITCH, my man. You's an old school BITH. You've been punked by Yahweh Ben Yahweh. You've been punked by who else and what else out here in this community? I don't know. Very sad story. Very sad story. You can't name anybody in this community that did punk me anyway, anyhow, and whatever. So, yes, the mic was muted, so let me reread it. I interviewed on the beat 139. Did you not bring me up? Just like Troy Star Terrain did, without mentioning my name, because you hoes scared of me and my name. My name brings fear to you all. If somebody bring it up, I bet you start mumbling, oh. But now I'm finna do something. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what you said on the beat. Let's see what you said. Because it was recorded what you said. The BITCHUR, it was recorded what you said. So let's pull that up and deal with it. Okay, now we can hear what you said. Let's rewind it a little bit.
In the nation, Carol City's always in the top 10, top 15 in the nation. That's every year. So they're powerhouse, and they had one issue where they actually showed how many pro athletes went from different schools, and again, Carol City's always ranked up there pretty high, like top 10.
So Carol City, you know, Rose, Ricky Ross, and everything. You from a very high profile city. Nobody asked me about Chicago because you don't even have to fucking ask about Chicago, the rap. You don't even have to ask about that. Many celebrities, many this, that, boo-boo. I went to Lincoln Park High School. A lot of people went to Lincoln Park. We not going to talk about all that, though.
In the nation for bringing professional athletes out. So, yeah, it's a big school.
Crime out in Carol City?
Excuse me?
There's a lot of crime out there?
You know, the funny thing is, it is now, but I remember when Rick Ross came out with his first album, Port of Miami.
See? He talking about Carol City as if it's the shit. Is it better than Chicago, Illinois? Michael Jordan, Walter Payton, where you want to go? Because Chicago an old city. It ain't no new city. Lakeshore Drive and all these spots, and you know the Rat Pack in New York and Chicago and this ties and stuff. Man, it's nothing to be talked about. But let's listen.
Miami. I was living in Denver, and he was rapping about Carol City, and I did not get it because I'm thinking the Carol City that I knew as a teenager was a very middle class, interracial neighborhood, no crime, no nothing. But then here he comes 20, 25, 30 years later, rapping about Carol. Carol City used to be the place where black people left the ghetto to get away. Okay. You know, the brown.
So what he's saying, he's better than most Carol City niggas today because his family was one of the families that moved out there to lead the hood. You heard that, Hebrews in the hood.
Brownsville, the Overtown, the Liberty Cities, they left those parts of Miami to go to Carol City. But Rick Ross came on the scene. He's rapping about Carol City like it's the hood.
Right.
And I went back, and sure enough, it's the hood now.
You know what it is? It's just like up here, man. The little kids got a hold of it, man, and they just doing a lot of whack stuff, man. And you know, they take away the quality of what we know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, like the same way you sound right now down in Florida, we talking about here in Harlem. I was like, we don't move around.
Let me show y'all what they do. Let me show y'all what they do, right? Now, this the beat, 139. You see I'm on the screen, ask about Israel doctrine, if you will, please. Do you think that other brother that read that stuff that sister was saying, oh, he doing this and he doing that? I mean, he read damn near everything she said verbatim. Not one time did he act like he seen me or heard me in that chatting stuff. See, I can have issues with people because they less than me and they do things that's not manly. Now, y'all see that on the screen? It is what it is. He never read my comment, though.
Harlem like we used to, or go certain places like we used to go, because the energy is off. And it's off because little kids and, you know, and amongst a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? But we come through, but we don't really chill like we used to. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So Rick Ross rhyming about how it changed.
Yeah. I'm like, that ain't Carol City. But he wasn't lying. It was Carol City.
Wow. I always say about Liberty City. Chad Ocho Cinco from Liberty City. Liberty City is, you said it's wild, right?
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, it's
See, they know a little something about Miami. They know about Chicago too. They never asked me about Chicago. They was more interested in Arkansas because they don't know shit about Arkansas.
You know, the thing about Miami is we never got into the whole gang stuff. There's no Bloods and Crips down there. Black folk, you can go anywhere you want. No one's asking you what set you from. The gang culture just never got there. I think because
the gang culture has got to Arkansas. The thing was, Miami people, the way they migrated, they never migrated west. Chicago is west of New York City. Arkansas is west of Florida and this and that. See, Florida niggas go up top. They go to New York. They go to the Carolinas. They go that way. They stay east. They on the East Coast. They don't go west. And on the East Coast, even up in New York City, they never really had gangs and stuff. They had crews, cliques, outfits, woo, woo, woo. They never had gangs. Out west, they had gangs. That's the difference between the East and the West. AKA pussy niggas is on the East and real niggas is on the West. That's how rap music and shit has portrayed this shit for years.
We had such a high situation with drugs and Cuban cartel, Colombian cartel. These guys, they put the murder game down.
That's why Tupac said Nas listened to all these records and shit, and then now he Esco and all this other stuff. He didn't watch too many movies and shit. He didn't watch the Scarface and all this shit. And they mobsters. They're not gangsters. That's the difference between the mobster and the gangster. Mafioso niggas, Raekwon and all them.
Far worse than the Bloods and the Crips. So
Right.
it just never caught on. So black folk can go anywhere in Miami. It was cool. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So how is when you was growing up, what you was in any sports, anything like that?
No, I was a sickly child. I wanted to play football, but I had a heart murmur, and I had something called rheumatic fever. And they said I could play no sports. But it was okay though, because the whole thing, for a young man, it's all about the girls, football and stuff like the dance class. So
okay. So, you dancing them out there. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You ever get caught up in the streets?
Never did.
See, this is where Eli is. He used to be a drug mule. Go read his story and stuff. He tell you he used to be a drug mule. He used to put weight all up and down the East Coast. Remember, they don't go west. He used to push weight all up and down the East Coast. New York, Washington, blah, 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 blah. He did it. Before he went told on Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Now, all you drug ass niggas, y'all already know if he ratted on Yahweh Ben Yahweh, that what do you get when you rat on somebody? They erase your record and then get your bitch ass to start working for them. Yes or no? Ask him, was he a drug mule?
Never got caught in the streets. As we go along, I may relay a story or two about some things I did in the streets, but
see, because he did some things in the street. But he said, I'll tell you about it later. I can't tell you about it now, because if I say it now, the shit will hit too hard at this particular question that you asked. Did I do something in the streets? See, if you're a writer, if you're a person of conversation, you know how to do it.
I wasn't in the streets long enough to get caught up.
So I wasn't in the streets long enough to get caught up, but I was in the streets.
It was very, very temporary.
Short period. You was in and out.
Yeah, in and out.
In and out. He had an out card. Yahweh Ben Yahweh. I'm going to tell on that motherfucker to get a lighter sentence for myself. Come on, Khalil. You know I know the story. Fuck what you tell these ignorant ass people out here in these YouTube streets. Notice y'all spoke before me. I'm speaking behind y'all bitch ass niggas. Y'all afraid to speak behind me.
Yeah, you caught on like, nah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, no, I'm a soft. I knew I was a softie. I ain't trying to go to penitentiary.
Can't do time, man. Time is serious.
How long you been out in Denver, and what makes you
6? Now we got to go way back. We have to.
Oh, I knew yo. Now that used to be like I knew. I'm like, yo, where I know him from?
Let me tell them.
Yeah.
People knows me from TV, so I particular incident, but I'm sure you all are familiar.
Now, when I was speaking on Khalil, motherfuckers act like they didn't know. He said Khalil, some other name. The other guy said it, making the other guy, who's ignorant as fuck, speak behind him.
It was a Hebrew Israelite movement, Yahweh, and but I serious and leave me alone. This wanted no part of that. I just tried to live there. I actually do a lot of stuff going. Kept coming back.
So let's talk about the cult life for a minute, right?
Well, you're in college. This is dope class and a pseudo class. That's what I stuff start tempo.
They look at people around
open book.
The fact is, I called into the show. The nigga got scared, told them to hang up, was running their ass. It is what it is. I'm gone. You ain't gotta say my name, nigga. You start talking about how I said DJ K. Slay was a child trafficker. No, bitch, you the one said it on Ed Opperman's show. And it looked like y'all didn't got a federal whatever the fuck Ed Opperman is. He with the government too. He do all that slide sneaky shit. And y'all got him to take that down off of his shit. Take Khalil Money video down, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many views you got or how much money it make for you. If you gonna take it down, we're gonna get in your Ed. And he took it down. But it is what it is. I'm out, y'all. I ain't gotta talk long. Just wanted to address the bitch ass nigga. Cause he didn't say my name don't mean nothing. He still talked about me. Did you or did you not? I bet you won't get on the wall and say, yes, I talked about you, but I didn't say your name. You won't get on that motherfucking talk no more. You better talk about you know who and leave me the fuck alone.